So today, we're going to tackle a massive societal problem, but we're not going to look at it through the lens of policy. We're going to look at it through the lens of engineering. We're about to dive into the blueprint for a system designed to connect untapped human potential with real, tangible opportunity.
And this quote right here, it really sets the stakes perfectly. Brain waste, that's such a powerful term, isn't it? It points to a critical failure in our systems. When a talented person's skills go unrecognized, absolutely everyone loses. The individual's career hits a wall, and society completely misses out on what they have to offer. So let's be clear on what we mean by brain waste. It's the loss we all feel when systemic barriers, things like incompatible paperwork or totally different educational standards, act like a giant wall, preventing skilled people from getting to where they're needed most. It's a preventable failure, an engineering problem, really. And this slide just perfectly illustrates the challenge. On one side, you've got the educational framework from the Democratic Republic of Congo. On the other, South Africa's system, which is built on a completely different 10-level framework. See the problem? They just don't speak the same language. You can't just slap one onto the other. You have to actually engineer a solution. And that's where this vision becomes so crucial. The goal isn't just to, translate a few documents. It's to engineer a functional, reliable bridge, a bridge that allows talent and skills to flow smoothly from one system to the other, making sure that nothing and no one gets lost in translation. Of course, every well-engineered bridge needs an engine to make it work. And for this system, that engine is a Management Information System, or MIS. Now, don't think of this as some simple spreadsheet or database. It's the smart, logic-driven core that powers the entire process from start to finish. And like any good engineering process, the MIS works in these really clear, logical steps. First, you've got your inputs, the raw materials like diplomas and transcripts. Then, the MIS engine gets to work, processing everything, running verifications, and applying validation logic. And finally, you get e-output, a clean, reliable, and accredited qualification. It's simple, it's elegant, and it's incredibly effective. Okay, but this brings up the single most important question of the whole project, right? How can you be sure the bridge is safe to cross? How do you prove that these qualifications aren't just pieces of paper, but that they represent real, practical, industrial-grade skills? This is where you build trust directly into the system's design. And the answer is a super rigorous, two-part structural integrity test. First up is a technical audit. This checks the real physical world. Were the labs properly equipped? Did the person actually complete enough workshop hours? Then there's a system audit. This stress tests the digital engine itself, making sure the data is solid and the translation logic is sound. You're checking both the theory and the practice. And get this table gives us an amazing look right under the hood. This isn't abstract stuff. The system audit involves concrete, real-world tasks. We're talking about testing database integrity with SQL, checking network configurations with TCP/IP utilities, and even digging into the efficiency of data retrieval algorithms. This proves the system is not just robust in theory, but that it actually works in practice. So, what's the real-world result of all this careful, detailed engineering? Well, it's a fundamental transformation. The system takes this frustrating, career-killing problem of backlogs and turns it into streamlined, efficient, professional mobility. It lets skilled people move forward without being held back by bureaucracy. And the final product, the thing an individual gets to walk away with, is this: a professional, technical portfolio. This is the ultimate payoff. It's so much more than a certificate. It's a verified digital inventory of your skills, your knowledge, your capabilities. It's basically a passport for your brain power, audited and ready to prove your value anywhere in the world. And all of this leaves us with a pretty big question, doesn't it? We've just seen how an engineering mindset can solve a massive problem of wasted human potential. So, if we can design a system to bridge these kinds of divides, what other deeply human barriers could we overcome, not with politics, but simply with a better blueprint?